Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Citadel of NewChurch. I'm your host, Captain, here to go over a recap that we have with the Indian Warriors for the 9th week, I do believe, of the Minor League Clan Wars. Said that wrong, but oh well. Anyways, it was a crushing defeat for the Citadel in a very horrible fashion nonetheless. We had two dip fails on the same base, and not only dip fails, but they couldn't even get the 2-star. So, yeah, there was a dick at the finish line, and we felt like sucking it, and, well, it came. But anyways, with that out of the way, getting into the six-packers, we do have a fair amount of them. We have Shisui there with number 6. We have the Grocer at number 11. We got the Luckman at number 13. We got Maxi Bao at number 14. We have Sapphire there at 25. We got Enigma at number 27, and Green Never Dies at number 28. As far as our shit hitters, we do have DeWaite there, number 21, with a nice 97. We have Onizuka with a 99%. We have Lay Lady Lay with a D-roll 99. We have the Jedi Mind Tricks there at number 12. He had a sweet 98. We got Elisa there at number 10 with a 97. We got the Chastity Foils with number 5 with a 97. And we got Sesko with another one, 97. And Undeniable with a 98. Getting into the attackers. Go to the right side. We got to start with number 3 with the Shisuis. He's going to be doing just a little standard Lalo. He's going to have his heroes over there at the town hall for the free star because, yeah, why not? Anyways, they just get a beat on that shenanigans. Primary goal is simply just remove Archer Tower, Air Defense, Cannon, so that way the rest of his shenanigans, when he starts deploying, is going to be good to go. King is going to take a minor stroll, is going to beat the other king, pops the ability, ensures that he's going to be able to remove it, and a bunch more of these defenses. Queen finally steps up into the air defense, takes it out before she continues down south towards this cannon that I have already highlighted. From here on out, it was just basically Chi-Cheesies with his Lalois. Just waiting on the queen because she's supposedly helping set up the funnel. I use that with air quotes because apparently I just really enjoy saying the word funnel all day long. You don't know what I do in my spare time. Oh, not even my own family does. But anyways, he's going to start his Lalo over here at 11 o'clock. Just deploying the loons, coming on each of the defenders. Drops the slammer off to the side. He's going to be doing the heavy work on the side cleanings while everybody else pushes down. Bunch of loons hasted into this eagle. Easily remove it. I say that, and then it's basically dead bodies that get it. But anyways. Slammer's continuing on doing the heavy lifting for all these defenses. Tomes it so that way when it goes into this Ekbo, be able to remove it and then go into some sweepers to help with the back end push. Freezing the queen and then skeleton dropping on it. Since nothing is really targeting her, she will drop like a sack of crap that she is. Slammer is still up and rocking until it finally pops, drops the heal for the loons inside. They're going to be able to take out these back end defenses with all the minions pups doing the cleanup for him. This base was smashed. Then we have number 4 with the Cisco Greensies. Another one, just a standard Lalo-y. Having his heroes over there at 5 o'clock. Primary objective, take out these 4 defenses, and after that, bueno if they get them. Queen's going to start with the cannon before she goes left. Dropping the blimper. Try to get some depth with the back end there. Because all he's after is getting deep enough into this Expo. Anything after that, muy bueno. He does actually get all the way into the Wizard Tower. Would have been even better if he got the Eagle, but that's very wishful thinking. And he's just going to start his Lalo coming in at 5 o'clock, going counterclockwise. Hasting those loons, so that way when the Wizard Tower retargets to the loons, they'll take it out, and then dropping the Expo, keeping all these loons compact. Freezing the queen, nothing is going to be able to target her. Drops the skeleton spell, she is ensured dead. Continuing on with his Lalo coming around. He's got some side lunars coming in, although he is unfortunately hitting the disco spell. The queen is thawed out, taking out the skeletons, unfortunately, but again, they are going to finally overpower her. Heals on top of the multi-target Inferno, hoping that those loons would stay inside, but they, for whatever reason, feel like staying out. Pops the tome anyway. And at this point, it's just GG's. So many loons coming around, and the spread out for the cleanup that it was smashed out of the park. For the next one, we have number 7 with the Green Goblin. This one, he's just going to do the Hoggers. It's not really a fully maxed 11 because you can see there's a couple defenses that need to be upgraded, like this cannon, but it is what it is. Anyway, he's going to drop his queen over there at 7 o'clock. Loons coming in to get to the Archer Tower to ensure that when she gets to this expo, she's going to turn left, following all these buildings. Soaking up a couple red bombs along the way, even though it doesn't matter for a hog attack. Har, har, har. Wizard to help speed up through this elixir storage. Raging the queen, so that way when she steps in front of the potential area of this Barbarian King, she will be able to take him out with ease. Getting a couple quick shots off before she finally takes him out. She's going to veer lefts. King has been dropped over here at 8 o'clock with the ram in between. Ram's primary objective is to get into this compartment right here with the Inferno Tower and Expo Bomb Tower. King joins the party. So once that Elixir Collector is dropped, the King is going to veer to the lifts. And then he's going to kind of bounce back in once this Ice Golem gets into ranges. Ram finally finishes off what it was meant to do. Velk's inside. Ice Golem unfortunately freezing a little bit earlier than you would like. Queen doesn't really jump too much, but hey, it is what it is. Queen's going to be able to shoot over top of that wall to get to her, raging them up, beat through that wall to get more depth with this push. Unfortunately, the air defense is finally locked down to these healers, there we go. Now the radius actually shows that they're coming in. The hog deployment coming in from 7 o'clock going counterclockwise. Everything's nice and compact. Velks trigger the tornado trap a little bit early, so they are tanking for the hogs primarily. Healers are still taking on these random Sams somehow until finally the last one is floating around. He's going to drop the last rage that he was supposed to use for the kill squad push for the hogs to speed through this last back end. Tomes them through, dropping the heals. Gets a nice decent split, so that way when the hogs hit the one Tesla, they get to the other one in the heal, so that way they're nice and toasties. The one healer's kind of just giving them spritz for health, and after this, it's just basic GG's. For our next attack, we got number 8 with the Lady Lay. For this one, it's a newer little style fashion of the Electron attack. He's going to drop a Hound first to tank for the Blimper, so that way the Blimp is going to get the depth that he wants to get towards this Archer Queen that's way deep in here. Loons are just going to completely wreak havoc in that compartment, as well as that Electro Dragon is going to be able to remove the CC and the AQ. As soon as he decides to shoot off one more little thing of electric, there it is. And then from here on out, he's even got pups cleaning up all those trash buildings over yonders. So he's going to drop his king over here at 430. He's going to go counterclockwise. The queen's going to go down the alley, so she's going to snipe Archer Tower, Dark Elixir Drill, then come back to this air defense. Soon as the air defense is dropped, I do believe is when he starts his Lalo coming from 7 o'clock, going clockwise. Yes. With a little extra minions to help speed up that process. He's trying to get early loons onto this cannon because the next defense is going to be obviously the Inferno Towers. Hound's just hanging out on an air defense. Ice Golem was triggered and the queen is unfortunately going to die before the cannon drops. But then from here on out, so many loons and so many minions pops doing the cleanup, and the loons are going to come into a nice, tasty heal for this back inside for 2 wizard towers and a Tesla farm. And again, GG's with back end loons nonetheless to ensure that those Teslas drop. Air skeletons are triggered, but unfortunately, he even still has a hound up, so it doesn't really matter. And then from here on out, just basic cleanups. For our next attack, we have MLCW with number 10. This one he's going to drop a Naked Slammer coming in towards the 5 o'clock region with back-end loons to take out the other Tesla at 7 o'clock. Slammer removes the Archer Tower, coming into the area of the Queens. Other loon finally dies, so that way he isn't going to be the one that gets cloned. Random phone call from a random number I'm not going to answer. Anyways, the loons do their work into the said compartment. The dragon is still up and floating. Unfortunately, Dragon versus E-Dragon. His dragon is going to win this fight, so he is going to try to drop a wizard and a baby to help ensure that it is dead. Waiting down the CC kills. Waiting on CC kills. Wizard tanking for the baby. And then the baby finishes off the dragon. Gonna drop his heroes over here at 1 o'clock. Their primary objective is getting these back on defenses. Anything after that, muy buenos. The barbs get a nice split to ensure that the queen will go, I guess, the wrong way. Anyways, he's going to just start his Lalo over here towards the 2 o'clock region and 4 o'clock region. Get more of these Teslas and air defenses dropped. He is hoping to get the nice push straight down the middle of this core, fighting the air sweeper to get to the other back end air sweeper. Dropping some lunars as the Hound tanks these. Hasting those loons to get to the back end Inferno Tower. Drops a freeze on the 1 air defense. Gets a nice split with his loons. And at this point, he has so many loons all over the place scattered that there's not really much these defenses are going to be able to do to try to stop him. So well done to them. For our next attack, we got number 15 with the Sapphire. This would be LB's girlfriend, and may she stop sucking his dick because I would rather do so myself, har har. This is basically a nice old-fashioned drag bat attack, kind of spammy, but I like to show this one because it has 2 multis rather than 2 singles. But anyways. Driving his heroes over here at 6 o'clock. Help establish phonos. King is going to bounce from the 1 barracks to the other before walking in front. Queen's going to follow suits. Dragon over there at the 3 o'clock region. It's help establishing a funnel. Primary objective with these troops is to remove these excess buildings in front, so that way when he comes in with his flank of dragons coming in from 3 to 6, they are going to get a nice solid push. As well as the queen is getting a couple defenses for freeze. Pops her ability, take out some more hidden Teslas, so that way this flank is going to be completely cooked. Does eat an early Sam, but hey, it is what it is, as long as it wasn't the Slammer. Holding off on the loons, because he's going to hopefully do those onto the sides. CC is Lurds. Dragon's going to be able to eliminate that rather quickly. Dropping the bats directly on 2 air defenses with absolutely no splash damage affecting them, so that entire back end side is going to be removed. Trying to get the back end loons onto mortars, so that way the bats keep running around. Freezing going on over at the 730s. More loons trying to pick off some back end defenses that might be an annoyance. Unfortunately, the Tesla still stands, but he still has the Slammer and Dragons up and rolling. Finally, it triggers, but at this point, it's crushed. For the next attack, we have Elisa with number 16. Woo! Not sure why I sped that up, but anyways, the Queen's going to start over there 4 o'clock, and she's going to be rolling to the left. Her job was to try to get to this air defense, so she's going to bounce back before bouncing back the way that she was walking, thankfully. King is going to be dropped there at 5 o'clock to help establish funnels. Ram riding behind the the Barbarian King. His goal is to get to the Archer Tower, Inferno Tower, dropping a freeze simply just to retarget from the Queen to the, I can't fucking say the word, Ram. Ice Golem and Dragon are lured. The Queen is stepping in. She's going to be able to nail the enemy Archer Queens. 2 Ice Golems inside the CC, so they're going to be slowing down these defenses as she just pummels away. Dragon is still focused on the Barbarian King before he finally kicks the bucket. Dragon's going to come back, ironically enough, to the 2 Ice Golems rather than the Queen, because why not? The 1 Ice Golem popping is enough to slow the Dragon down so the Queen can get in, remove it. Archer Tower is locked onto healers instead of the Queen, so she's going to be frozen, and healers are getting attacked. Starting as Lalo over here from 2 o'clock going counterclockwise. She's going to be able to remove that Archer Tower because she's being a royal bitch. So Lalo's coming in nicely. Still has a Rage and a heal in the bag for the backhand side. Raging to try to go from this 1 Expo Air Sweeper to the backhand air defense. Healing through the backhand side with that Wizard Tower being absolutely no inconvenience to him. At this point, cleanup was already deployed and well established. For the next one, we have number 18 with the Luckman. And in case you're ever wondering how to attack this base, this is a Clash with Corey base that he posted about 10 Hull 10 being phenomenal. This is how you would smash it. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Internet base. Hit it. He's going to deploy his Archer Queen over there at the 10:30, PK at 9 o'clock, 10 in order to help establish the funnel. Her primary objective is to get down towards this air defense and going to the right. BK is going to pop his ability right there. Hoggy in behind to ensure that that Archer Tower will finally drop and make sure that the Queen goes to the right. BK pulls the CC. Doesn't care what comes out because he's already established his position in life. 2 Teslas that are staggered like that are going to finally be triggered. He's going to early poison these CC troops. Babies help establishing that they drop. Baby on baby action. Queen comes over and snipes the baby, so his is going to help out with the Ice Golem kill. Until he eats a Sam. Slammer comes in from 11 o'clock, opening up these wall junctions, so that way when the Queen walks around, she would go inside. There's Valks inside of it. Unfortunately, the Rage was slightly dropped a little bit awkwardly, so the Valks are just going to run outside to these adjacent buildings before coming back in to finish off both the Queen and the King kill. They get the bomb tower, they trigger the giant bombs onto the outside. So when the Queen finally establishes that she needs to march in there, she will go inside. From here on out, he's got all these hogs that are going to just be bombarding the rest of this base. Dropping a massive amount onto this Inferno Cheerers and then the cannons. With the nice swap of the healers, now the healers are onto the hogs as the hogs are taking out all of these defenses. Spring traps are being slightly an inconvenience, but hey, again, this base is basically cooked. He still even has the AQ ability for the backhand side if needed. Healers are still keeping those hogs nice, warm, and happy. Skeletons are still trying to float around, do their thing, but he's got hogs all over the place that, again, this base was cooked. For the next one, we have number 20 with the Green Grocer. This one actually starts off a little awkward, but the recovery was super nice, so I felt like showcasing it. Just one of those, like, even now at Town Hall 10, it used to be if you made one mistake, it was all over. Nowadays, you actually can recover. So he's going to drop his heroes over there at the 12 o'clock region. He's going to drop the Slammer onto the Archer Tower. It's going to be enough to establish the CC pull, as well as opening these junctions for the heroes to go in. Unfortunately, he gets one hell of a split with them, so it's not going to happen. Dragon is lured. Slammer's going to pop. So he's going to get the Clone Lalo going on to try to get the Queen, and the E-Dragon does not get that. Oh, he does at the last second. Sweet. So the Dragon is up. His Queen is down. Only thing that he kind of has to take out the Dragon is Freeze and Minions. He's going to drop a couple Loons and a couple Minions onto this Dragon. So when he drops the Freeze on the Dragon, the Loons are going to be able to remove this Archer Tower. Minions are completely unfazed from this Dragon. And after this, they even, the Loons pull air skeleton and a red bomb to ensure that even more traps are removed from this attack. Minions were able to overpower the dragon in the freeze. Thankfully, he had that in the bag. And then from here on out, he's just going to continue on with his Lalo, coming from 130 going clockwise. Loons slowly trickling in, hasting into the one Inferno Tower. Just hasting through all of these defenses, although the Wizard Towers are slightly being ignored, which is kind of an unfortunate event. He's hoping to save his heal for the backhand side for the other Inferno Tower. Because of the air sweepers, he is going to be able to nail that. Hasting the loons onto that Inferno Tower, so that way they go straight to that Archer Tower and air defense, and all the key defenses are removed that he would need to worry about. After this, he has so many loons, it doesn't really matter. They're going to just overpower any defense. And after his, it's just wait and clean up. For the next attack, we have Dwight with number 23. Woo! Drop a minion on the Town Hall, try to get that established very early on in this attack. Heroes are going to get a nice split. The King's going to go to the left to the Archer Tower Mortar, while the Queen is going to get to the air defense and go left to get to this cannon. Or to the right, derp derp. Waiting on her to beat through a storage. She's going to be in range of that single target Inferno for only a moment before she finally bounces out to the outsides. Wizard Tower is going to be a slight inconvenience on those archers to tank for the Queen, but she is going to be able to round the corner. He's going to start his Lalo over here at 7 o'clock, going clockwise. He doesn't quite get the cannon kill, which also sucks. Anyways, he drops a ram directly in behind the Hound over that 1030 to establish more of this funnels, all of them going into this core. Freeze, double skeleton, rage drop on the Queen. She is removed, and from here on out, it's just a bloodbath of everybody pushing in. He's going to drop the heal right on between these two Wizard Towers. A bunch of loons are going to the single target Inferno. Slammer is still up. I actually think the Slammer stays up the entire attack too. Yeet. And well smashed to Dwight. For the next one, we have number 27 with Enigma. With this one, Enigma is going to be doing just a pure Lalo. He's going to Sui Hero over here towards the 5 o'clock region. His only goal was to remove defenses like this Wizard Tower, Archer Tower, and stuff like that. Wizards helping establish the funnel for the push. Early Queen drop to get into these defenses. Barbarian Kings comes in, absorbs the border as the Queen can keep coming in unpunished. Pops the ability, that way those barbs are going to be dead long before the CC will trigger. Because this was already scouted at this point with a Hound. Queen is still completely unfazed. And at this point, she's going to come to the Wizard Tower. Pops the ability. The archers are going to step in to trigger the Hound, but at this point, she is going to be targeted by the Expo Archer Tower Cannon. She will die before the Hound pops, and with the way that the Hound is located, from here on out, he is completely unfazed with its. So he's just going to start his Lalo coming from 4 o'clock, going counterclockwise, triggering all of these key defenses. Does have the Tesla farm that was over there at the 12 o'clock region, which again, was scouted. I use that term very loosely because I was the poor unfortunate soul that got ran directly into that. But anyways, from here on out, just spamming spells down the center of this core, and he just completely decimates it from here. So many loons just floating around, even in that rage, with a swag heal, that it was just butchered, and well done to them. And our next attack is number 28 with Green Never Dies. Again, another Lalo attack. It's going to drop a couple loons to get to this Archer Tower. So that way it's going to push into the other Archer Tower. Boop. I do believe he was trying to get the CC pulled. The loons were in range, so he knows what's inside. So he's going to just drop the heroes over there at the 5 o'clock region. Couple Teslas are going to trigger over there, so his king's going to work as his queen's going to slowly march into this air defense. Eats a giant bomb, doesn't really matter for his La Loge. So the queen is going to take out this archer tower before she bounces back to the left. Pops the ability, trying to hope that he can get more of these defenses, but then the one random archer has to go into the range of the CC, because God knows why. Then he's just going to start his Lalo coming in from the 5 o'clock region, going counterclockwise. Going to let the queen die to the hound. Unfortunately, she is going to get a lot of shots off on it. Probably pop it within the meantime. Gonna do his Lalo. He's continuing in, has the rage and the skeleton drop onto the enemy archer queen, dropping the poison so that way those pups floating around trying to get archers are gonna slowly be dying in that poison with the one minion ensuring its death. Lalo is still coming out. Woo! Has a haste and a heal in the bag. He's gonna haste through this expo to get to the heal for the back end side for the 2 wizard towers. Unfortunately, the hound is not what soaks the Sam. And at this point, the goose is cooked. Balloons get a nice split. Enemy pups are still floating around somehow, but minions and archer take it out. And then from there on out, clean kill. And that will wrap up our recap for this war. Again, wish it would have ended a little bit better than it did. It was purely the last 20 minutes, I do believe, that we had to do the one dip and win. And yeah, we sucked the dick and we sucked it hard. There's no getting around it. It was a pretty sad defeat for the Citadel. But again, we like fair play. We like these kinds of wars. Very well fought for Indian Warriors. We wish them the best of luck for the rest of the season. I do believe we are now tied for a record. So, again, kudos to these guys for this war. Very well fought. And with that, hope you guys have a good one.